Hello everyone, today we're gonna learn about Docker. In this tutorial I will share with you how to run an image and make change to the image and push that your custom image to DockerHub and then pull it back when you want to use it later. First you should have it installed on your machine and install the Docker extension. The first thing is to do Docker run on some image that you want. In this case, I choose Postgres. So we Docker run dash dash rm dash dash name, followed by your container name, and add the environment variables, which is Postgres password here, add the port number, and the image name, which is Postgres 12.11. Docker will notice that you don't have the image locally and it will start pulling the image from DockerHub. Once you have the image, now you can run it locally. Using Visual Studio Code, it will show you the image and the container that running. You can see the little green triangle showing your container is running. On the command line, you can type docker ps to see the container ID, the image that is running. And to connect to the terminal of this container, you can use docker exec -it and the container name followed by the bash followed by the shell name. Like this one, I use bash. And now you are in the container. It's just like a Linux machine that you can update package, you can install package, and so on. To exit, you type exit. To stop the container, you can type docker stop followed by the container ID, and you can see that the container is gone, it's not running. But you still have the image. So now we're gonna create our custom image. So you create a file named Dockerfile, and you create a folder my data, put some file in there, and type something in that file. After we create a folder and files, now we have to give the instruction to the Dockerfile that we want this file to be included in our image. We use run mkdir, which is making the folder, and then we set the working directory to the part that we just create, and then we copy the data to the target part. But since we set working directory to this part already, we can copy my data to dot. So now our image is customized. We made some change, we add some file, and we're ready to build the image. We run docker build -t. T is for tag, so you can write your own tag here, and followed by dot, which is the current Docker file. So you can see there is an error here because now I'm in the part nplearn, but the Dockerfile is in my first Dockerfile, so you have to be in the folder my first Dockerfile, because when you use dot, it means the Dockerfile is current folder. And here in Visual Studio Code, you see that you have your new image. Now we're gonna try to run this image and check if our data is in there. We use docker run --im --name the container. So now our custom image is running as a container. With docker ps, we can see that our container ID is here, and then now we're gonna see if the file is in there. We use docker exec --it followed by container name, followed by the container ID, and to access the bash shell in docker container, we use docker exec -it followed by the container ID and bash. So now we are in the container. We're gonna see if our file is there, and since we set the working directory to this part, we are now here and the file is here. In the Docker file, we can also add instruction to update the image and install some package as well. In this example, I install htop and curl, and I remove the unnecessary file after installation complete as well. If you use run interactive in Visual Studio Code for this image, you see the error like this because it needs password to be specified. So you have to, for now, you have to run it on the command line with passwords provided. Now we happy with our custom image and we want to share it with other people. First, we sign up to the DockerHub website, and then now we just need to log in on our local machine and push the image to the DockerHub repository. As you can see here, I only have one repository, but we will push this one to the DockerHub. The first thing we need to do is to tag the image properly. We use docker tag, and then this one is the first one is your local image that you just test, and the second one is the name of your DockerHub / your image and tag and version. For this one, I use nplearn slash the image Postgres and version 1.0. Here you can see that my image is tagged properly, and now we're ready to push it to the repository. We need to log into DockerHub using docker login -u and your username. Then you can type your password and login will succeed. Now we push with docker push nplearn slash postgres 1.0. Now you can see that in this image there are many layers, and it will be pushed to the DockerHub. Now the image is pushed to the DockerHub, and we can see in our web browser. You refresh and you can see that this one is in here with the tag 1.0. You can share this image with your friend or anyone that could use. So now I'm gonna show you if we don't have the image. For example, you share this link to your friend, and this is how they can run. They can simply type in docker run -rm -it -name of the container, the password, port, and the image name. Docker will say that you don't have this image locally, and it will start pulling the image. And now it's running. And we can check if this one is exactly the one that we just pushed. We can use shell command and check the files, check if there is a package that we install, and there it is. So as you can see that it's still quite long to type, so we can add environment variables to bypass the -e Postgres password and so on. We add them in the Dockerfile here, and now we can build the image again. Here we build image with Docker extension in VSCODE, which is like typing, but it's easier. Here is build complete, and we can try to run it. This one is working because we set the environment variables already. With this, we can use a tool like DBeaver or data grip to connect to this database. We just copy the database name, the username, and the password, and then we're ready to connect. So now we don't have any tables. We will add some of them in next step. Okay. I will stop the container first, and then we will start create a script that will generate some data in our database. So in this query, I will define a schema. I will create a table and add the data. Actually, we can add some user here as well. We can create a user, create a new database, grant permission. But for now, I will keep only the part of create schema, add table, and add the data. Okay, here we have create table, we have schema. Okay, I think this is what we need. Maybe we have some note here. So, okay, we have 3 record here. Yeah, and I think it's ready for, we add the instruction to the Docker file that we want this file to start running when we start the database. Okay, we set the file here and we copy it to Docker entry point initdb. This file will run when the container start. Let's build the image. And it's built. Now we can run and see if the data that we just add is in the database. Okay, let's connect again. Docker user, Docker password, and yeah, connect. See schema. Yeah, we have the schema and the table with some data. Yes, we have them here. They are integer, character, and characters. So that's all for today's. Please like and subscribe. Thank you so much. Have a great day.